Welcome to your daily Techpresso. In today's episode, we'll cover Amazon's last-minute bid to acquire TikTok, Apple's stock drop following Trump's tariff announcement, Epic Games CEO calling Apple and Google gangster-style businesses, Amazon's readiness to launch its Starlink competitor, and Microsoft surfacing Bing's new Copilot search mode. Amazon has reportedly made a last-minute bid to acquire TikTok as the platform faces an April 5th deadline to shed Chinese ownership or be banned in the United States. President Donald Trump is meeting with officials to discuss TikTok's fate, stating that a deal with parent company ByteDance will be finalized before the impending deadline. Several investment groups are exploring TikTok acquisition options, including an Oracle-led bid involving Andreessen Horowitz and a potential Blackstone partnership with ByteDance's non-Chinese shareholders. The race to acquire TikTok is heating up as the deadline approaches. Next, let's talk about Apple's stock troubles following the announcement of new tariffs. Apple shares dropped over 6% in late trading following President Donald Trump's announcement of new tariffs on imported goods. These tariffs could significantly impact the company's revenue from devices manufactured in China. The tariff plan includes a 10% blanket duty on all imports plus additional charges for specific countries. With China facing a 34% tariff, this may affect other tech giants like Nvidia and Tesla, which also saw stock declines. Despite praising Apple's planned $500 billion investment in U.S. manufacturing during his speech, Trump's declaration of economic independence triggered a broader market decline, with the S&P 500 ETF falling 2.8%. Moving on to Epic Games, CEO Tim Sweeney isn't holding back his criticism of tech giants. Sweeney accused Apple and Google of being gangster-style businesses that engage in illegal practices. He highlighted how their warning screens for non-App Store software causes 50 to 60% of users to abandon installation attempts. Sweeney criticized Apple's malicious compliance with court orders, stating that despite legal requirements to open up to competition, Apple's small 3% commission reduction for alternative payment methods doesn't make it economically viable for developers. Due to Apple's friction and fees for third-party app stores on iOS, including a core technology fee of 50 cents per install per year, no major game developers have been willing to distribute games through the Epic Games Store. Now let's shift to some space news. Amazon's Project Kuiper is set to launch its first batch of 27 space internet satellites next week, with plans for 80 more missions to establish a constellation competing against Starlink. The company aims to begin offering service later this year, directly challenging Elon Musk's satellite internet service. The satellites will launch aboard an Atlas V rocket from Cape Canaveral, featuring a special reflective coating to reduce visibility to astronomers. Amazon is also developing terminal antennas that will offer speeds up to 1 Gbps. The complete constellation will eventually consist of more than 3,200 satellites orbiting 392 miles above Earth at 17,000 km, though this is significantly smaller than Starlink's network, which already exceeds 7,000 satellites. Finally, let's discuss Microsoft's latest search developments. Microsoft has widely rolled out Copilot Search on Bing, offering AI-generated search summaries that hide traditional blue links while providing web sources beneath the AI response. The company has started positioning Copilot Search as the first search filter in Bing's interface for some users, prioritizing it even above the full Copilot experience. This strategic move by Microsoft comes as President Donald Trump's administration watches Google prepare to launch its competing AI mode feature, which was announced in early March. Microsoft appears to be racing to establish its AI search capabilities before Google can fully deploy its own solution. Thanks for listening to today's Techpresso. We'll see you tomorrow for another daily dose of the latest tech news.